The most popular personality-based systems, as far as I can tell, are the MBTI, the Enneagram, and the Big Five. People love to make comparisons between them and state which of them they deem superior. Honestly, though, that's kind of a silly thing to do because they're all measuring and defining different things that happen to be very complementary to each other. If you did eventually come to a deep understanding of all three, your understanding of your own and other people's thoughts and behaviors would be far greater than if you only learned one of them. Perhaps you could include other models too, like this one. Let's start with the MBTI. At a super high level, the MBTI is useful for understanding the nature, as in nature versus nurture, element of the personality equation. It helps you understand the base building blocks of cognition, which are defined by how we perceive and how we judge the world around us. It also theorizes how those base building blocks can be rearranged and prioritized to manifest into 16 unique personality types. You can think of it like understanding the hardware of a computer, and this will make more sense as we discuss more of the MBTI throughout this course. Next, we have the Enneagram. While the MBTI focuses on the nature side of nature versus nurture, the Enneagram pays a lot more attention to the nurture side. Of particular interest, it considers how early life experiences, particularly emotionally stressful or traumatic experiences in childhood, how those can impact your personality development into the future. It posits that we learn from a young age a particular coping mechanism, and this coping mechanism defines us as being in one of 9 broad personality types. The system then further subdivides these 9 types to give more variations and specificity. In fact, in total, the Enneagram ends up describing 54 possible subtypes. Thus, the Enneagram can give you a deeper insight into your personality than just knowing your Myers-Briggs type alone. There are strong correlations between Enneagram types and Myers-Briggs types, but theoretically, you could potentially have any Myers-Briggs type manifest as any Enneagram type, just given the right developmental circumstances. Okay, next we have the Big Five system. The Big Five system measures 5 different variables of personality. You can remember these with the acronym OCEAN, which stands for openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. It doesn't have any underlying theory of cognition that can allow you to understand how or why you are the way that you are, but it does provide an accurate snapshot of whatever your self-reported behavior is at any point in time. Additionally, it has the unique trait of labeling some metrics as good and some metrics as bad. For instance, neuroticism is a measurement of your tendency to feel negative emotions like anxiety. High neuroticism can thus pretty universally be accepted as a bad thing, whereas low neuroticism is a good thing. Neither the MBTI nor the Enneagram make any value judgments like this. There's no good or bad types, they're just different. This allows you to come away with takeaways like, I need to become less neurotic. The challenge then is figuring out how you, as an individual with a particular personality type and certain life experiences, can actually go about helping with that. That's where the other 2 systems are superior. Okay, so here's where it gets juicy. If you stop trying to get these systems to compete with each other, and instead you use them together, then you can come away with an incredibly insightful analysis on how to level yourself up. And here's how to do that. Here's a suitable template that you can use for using these systems together. 1, find out what your Myers-Briggs type is. This will allow you to understand yourself and give you access to a step-by-step guide on how to level yourself up. Next, find your Enneagram type to further augment your understanding of yourself given your personal experiences in life. Then take weekly, monthly, daily, quarterly, whatever, snapshots using the Big Five test to measure your progress. You could look for increases in openness, conscientiousness, and extroversion, and decreases in neuroticism. Okay, but if you were to become invested in one system, and you're wondering what system would give you the biggest bang for your buck, well, here's my 2 cents on that. Have you ever wondered why it's a penny for your thoughts, but you're giving your 2 cents? Seems like somebody's getting ripped off there. Firstly, if you desire to actually understand yourself, it would be between the MBTI and the Enneagram. Between those, it somewhat kind of ironically depends on your personality type, which one is likely to resonate with you more. That said, if you don't mind diving deep into the information on the subject, you'll probably get more ongoing value from learning the MBTI. If, instead, you'd rather get a wise articulation of your cognition without necessarily having to learn a whole bunch to get a lot out of it, then the Enneagram might actually serve you better. But honestly, that's a really disrespectful simplification of both systems. And also, I'm a personality type that will resonate a little bit more naturally with the MBTI, so factor that in when you're listening to what I'm saying here. Or in both. Oh, right. Let's say, though, that you don't really care about understanding yourself, but you do want to have an objective analysis of where you're at right now. Well, you could still make good use of the Big Five system to get a current snapshot of your personality. You might feel good about the results, and you might feel bad about the results. And you might be able to translate that emotion into a desire to learn the other 2 systems so that you can understand yourself and why you are the way that you are. Okay, one last very, very, very important thing for us to cover is the difference between your personality and your personality type. Your personality is the result of a complex system with many different nodes in it. A very important node could be your Myers-Briggs type. Another important node could be your Enneagram type. Another could be how angry you are that someone took the last slice of pizza since the last time I swear. Irrelevant. That is, your personality is changing constantly as all of the nodes in this complex system are interacting with each other in real time. Your personality today could be very different from how it was a year ago, and it's certainly different from how it was a decade ago. These changes in your overall personality can be measured using the Big Five test and their 5 personality metrics. Your personality type, on the other hand, be that your Myers-Briggs type or your Enneagram type, do not change. The personality type you are early in life is the same personality type you are later in life. People's overall personality, though, should change a lot as they grow older. As an example, as people grow older, they often learn to incorporate different introverted and extroverted parts of themselves, and they become a lot more balanced. In fact, this is one of the reasons why people often think that, oh, I was an introvert when I was young and I'm an extrovert when I'm older. That's not really the case. Your fundamental wiring never really changed, but you became more balanced, you matured, you balanced yourself out. We'll get into way more details on this type of thing later. It's gonna get really boring, I promise. I mean, interesting.